WCSM's General Store is recorded at 70X7 Studios. WCSM is brought to you by Chad's Express Lube and Car Care Center. Christine Flynn, your local farmer's insurance agent. For Good Reasons Roofing, your hometown roofing specialist. The AME Group, for all your technology and computer needs. And by Sanders Insurance, your independent insurance experts. And now, WCSM's General Store crew.
Good afternoon. It's Friday. And this is WCSM's General Store. Glad that you are with us from the 70X7 studio. Thank you to Mike and Carter, our producers of the show, without whom we would not be able to proceed.
Without whom?
Yes.
Man. Yeah, it's always better in here on Friday. Of course, we're always in here on Friday, but Fridays make things nicer.
Even more fun.
Isn't it nice?
Fridays have always been great, haven't they?
They've always worked for us because that's when we were coming in on the radio station.
Yep.
20 years ago.
Yes, that's crazy.
We got this thing started, so it was always fun. Still is.
Always.
So.
Always good to hang out with you.
Now, you got, are you early with Valentine's Day just a little bit here? No?
This is going, today is, well, we'll take a look real quick at our national holidays, and I'll explain this to you.
Okay.
So, of course, it's Groundhog's Day, and I didn't even pay any attention to that. What happened this morning?
What's
I'm
it matter?
assuming every year, every year he sees his shadow, and it's 6 more weeks of winter. Well, duh. Spring doesn't happen for 6 more weeks, right? I mean, I've never understood. Anyway, I don't even know.
That poor little town. We're sorry about that. I mean,
but it was a great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They say our love won't pay the rent. You remember that with Bill Murray?
No, I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah, right. Over and over and over. Anyway, so.
Speak a little bit more.
No, I'm good. But now this is I find this really interesting. So it's Groundhog Day, but it's also National Hedgehog Day.
Oh, well, you can't just...
So I think someone's jealous.
You can't have one without the other.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
yeah.
And also, it's...
Let's just call it
now,
Hog Day.
This I can get behind.
Yeah.
National Tater Tot Day.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like tater tots?
I do.
Yeah,
I
me
do.
too.
But they've gotten so creative with them now.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
the whole chili.
they make
and
like whole
cheese
recipes
Yeah.
with the tater tot
casseroles
yes.
Yeah, they're
so good.
But
now
just
I'm just like my tater tot would just dunked in some melted cheese.
Okay.
You know, like cheese fries. but
Aren't they just like
right?
really
Right.
hash browns that have been cut different?
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
and
They really
formed
are.
into a
They're
little
cubed hash
cylinder.
browns, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Don't ruin it. Don't
I'm
ruin
not.
it.
I'm just thinking
No.
about it. Thinking,
I don't think we need this kind of negativity in our lives, Mark.
No, I'm not negative. I'm positive.
Turn his mic off. It's also, I love this, Give Kids a Smile Day.
Oh,
I
nice.
like that.
Never do that.
Yeah, love that. But
Especially
is
if they kick me in the leg. It hurts.
today is National Wear Red Day. And it's observed in the United States on the first
Wow.
Friday of February,
Hey.
which
We didn't
raises
even get a memo.
Yes, to raise awareness about the dangers and prevention of heart disease. So this is with the American Heart
And
Association.
that's near and dear to both of us.
Yes.
Sheila and I.
Yeah.
Yep. Both of our dads passed away of heart attacks, and Uncle Jimmy.
My dad's had 3.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Sure has. So yeah, it's huge.
Has heart disease touched your family?
Luckily, not my family, but a very good friend of mine passed away.
Yeah.
Attack, so
Yeah, so I think all of us have been touched by heart disease on
right.
some level. So before we get into that conversation, though, let's say hello to our top fans.
We got people still watching?
They do.
Yeah. Or whatever.
As amazing as it is, they're still trying.
Right.
Thank you, Mike Workman, also Rob Hamrose, Mike Arthur, Chris Hill, Jenny Hoke, also Michelle Pritchard, Diana Critchlow, Arlena Jackson, Becky Strouser, Amanda Russell. Thank you, Amanda. Lisa Prince. Also Tony Staggs, classmate of mine. Thank you, Tony. Bonnie Snow, Deborah Smock, Rena Westfall, Delbert Hayes, and Trudy White. And something that I was going to touch on just real quickly, see where the show is actually landing.
Oh, yeah.
All over the world, if you will. I've got it right here.
Okay.
Nigeria,
What?
Ghana, Australia, Canada, the country, Philippines, the DR of the
Dominican
Congo,
Republic.
the Democratic Republic
Yeah.
of the Congo, France,
What?
I know.
Wow.
Hungary and Morocco.
Yeah.
That's
How about that?
awesome.
How about that? The general store is reaching out a
The
little.
Nigerians love us.
Yes.
That is
They
awesome.
are first on the list.
That's what I said. They
Besides
love
the
us.
United States.
Yeah, they love us.
So
That is really, really cool. That's
yeah,
exciting.
it is exciting. Thank you.
Well,
Worldwide.
Whatever.
And
Whatever,
before
how
we,
you say thank you.
yes,
High
right.
five. Whatever. Hope that's not offensive.
What's the subtitles? Why are they putting subtitles?
Right.
They don't put subtitles down when he talks.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to have to when you talk, bro.
Well, there's no hope.
Down there in Greene County.
He said his childhood didn't have a lot of smiles. He said when you said give a child a smile,
He's always kicking me in the leg.
They didn't smile a lot down in Greene County. So,
Well, that's too bad.
oh, it is.
We did say something, but I'm not going to.
No, don't. Better not. Just know that he is from Greene County, and he can say
people hating on me. So.
he can say what he wants to about Greene
That's
County.
right.
He's from there.
That's right.
The three of us will stay out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
We'll do that.
But and before we
Yes.
get into our topic today, I do want to kind of give you an update. So a few weeks back, it maybe been about a month ago, we did a show on open borders and gun control and gun safety and all those kind of things. So since then, I have discovered, thank you to Chad Olsson, our sponsor, Chad's Lube and Express oil change and stuff.
Right.
So,
My next one's free, by the way.
well,
Rub it in, bud.
he told me I stopped in to see him, and we were talking about guns and stuff, and our Christmas was. We had a very manly Christmas at our house, guns and cigars. That's what my men got, and
A manly time.
so I want to promote my.
No,
I want to promote manliness to my sons.
No moisturizer was given out.
No, nope. And so we were
Nothing
talking
says
about it.
Merry Christmas like Smith & Wesson.
That's right, and cigars. I'm telling you.
Nice.
So, and it was funny because I bought the boys cigars, and I also bought them the torch to light with,
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
and the cutter. And
Nice.
I showed Perry after I got home and showed Perry. I'm like, oh, look at this! And I got him one of these, and Perry's like, it's almost like you're encouraging them to smoke. And I'm like, I am. I want them to be men. We want real men. So cigars. I think cigars are pretty manly. You know what I mean? Not necessarily cigarettes, but cigars are manly.
Right.
You know. So anyway,
Get him a V
It's
cut?
manly.
huh?
Is it a V cut or just a
Both.
Oh,
I got him a cutter with the V cut and
you
the
go.
circle. Yeah, yeah.
good.
So
Nice.
pretty cool. Anyway,
Wow.
so I was telling Chad about all this.
It's more of a celebratory cigar.
Yes,
It's
right. They're
it's
not walking around
they're
like
not, they're not
yeah,
throwing them around the house.
burning one in the house or whatever. Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. There's,
Yeah.
there's nothing manly about lung cancer, right?
right, right,
no,
right.
no, no,
All right,
no, no.
all right. So let's
Hey,
keep it there.
the way I look at it is we're all going to die of something. Enjoy yourself.
right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
right?
If you tuned in last week, we're going to die of UFO.
Right, exactly.
So we're good. Light them if you got them.
right? That's right.
tell
Smoke
you.
them if you got them.
They're just going to abduct you.
Oh, that's right. They already did, bud. There's this little spot back there.
Yeah, I knew. My plan already.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
Chad was telling me about a place. He referred me to American Arms Gun Range in Judah, just down by Johnny's Junction.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
Yes.
I have their business.
And so
Yes.
we've been down there a few times already. I can't recommend it enough. If you
Oh, go ahead and try.
or if you're looking for a place to practice, to get training, it's veteran owned. They really know their stuff. They can help you sight your guns, everything. I mean, they're just really good. And they sell. They've got ammo, and then they've got the gun range itself. And they train.
So right at the junction, are
you
they
turn
east
you
or
turn
west?
left.
You turn left.
Turn left,
which
and then
is
take the
east.
first left,
Okay.
and then
Back north.
Then that road
Okay.
will come to a T.
Okay.
Left again, and then really just down the hill, down the grade.
Down-
You know,
okay.
you'll see
Peace.
it, and it's
One
to the
more
left
time
as well.
on their name.
American Arms Gun Range,
Fantastic.
right there in Judah. And
Sound like
yes,
good people.
yeah, they're just awesome. We spent a Saturday down there. And Gunner took a lot of time with us.
Gunner.
And we started, I mean, like from the very beginning. I mean, Perry and I had
Hard to
shot
believe a guy
before.
named
You know he wasn't gonna let that
He's
go.
he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
He was a Navy
course.
gunner.
How'd you say that to me?
Do what?
What'd you say about turning his microphone off?
Yeah, we need to turn his microphone off. It's hard to be serious. There's times when you want to be serious, and it's hard with Mark's mic on.
Well, I'm just surprised he was in the Navy as a gunner. I mean, that's really surprising.
But anyway, so he taught us from the ground up.
Yes.
Anyway, they're just really thorough, and Perry and I had shot before. The boys had a few times, but not a lot, and so we kind of all went through the course. And it was just great. I just can't say enough good about him.
Affordable,
yes,
not outrageous.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
Fantastic,
and really knowledgeable.
Okay,
it's very, very good. So
great.
if you're looking for a place, because I was looking for a place, I'm like, where do we go?
Yeah.
There's a place over by Camp Atterbury, and I think there's a place up in Avon, but this is down at Judah, and it's just really, really, really great place.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, just wanted to update you on that.
All right.
So, anyway, and thank you to Chad for letting me know about that, because he's buddies with the owner, and so it was.
He's a good guy.
I
know.
Yeah.
I know Chad. He used to have a shop on 45.
Yes, they used to have just a gun dealership at
really
by Amvets. But it's closed now, and they've moved down where they've got the range and everything.
Very nice. He's very nice.
Yeah,
guy.
so
very knowledgeable.
Matt Barthold, I think, is the owner.
That's right.
That's Chad's buddy.
That's right. He's very nice.
So, but anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know if you're looking for a place, and they do women's only training days as well, and they bring a gal in that it's like an 8-hour all day.
Wow.
She teaches you everything. It's really good.
Outstanding.
So
that's super.
Yeah, so good stuff. Anyway, so we'll take a break here though, but we'll come back and we're going to talk about why today is National Wear Red Day.
Oh yeah.
For the American Heart Association, and we'll just touch on that a little bit. We think it's really important, and we want to highlight that day today here at the General Store.
Farmers Insurance agent Christine Flynn put her experience to work for you. Christine Flynn proudly serves Monroe, Lawrence, and Greene County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Christine Flynn at 812-822-2905 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Christine Flynn at 812-822-2905. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Chad's Express Lube and Car Care Center is the place that you need to go to keep your car running in perfect order. On the outside chance your car is not running in perfect order, Chad's has a shop over on State Road 46 in Ellisville that'll give you a free estimate and reasonable rates and get your car back on the road. Now, to keep it that way, you need to hightail it over to Chad's Express Lube and Car Care Center located at 1357 South Liberty Drive. You know exactly where that is. That's just right around the corner from Menards. Now, check this out. Every 7th oil change is free. That's right, absolutely free. I don't think you can get any better than that. Chad's Express Lube and Car Care Center, 1357 South Liberty Drive in Bloomington. For Good Reasons Roofing, the number 4, goodreasons.com. They want to be your local hometown roofing specialist. Whether it's hail damage, storm damage, worn out, just plain old damage, or maybe it's new construction. Whatever your 4 reasons are to have a new roof, their 4 good reasons are honesty, integrity, quality, and kindness. For Good Reasons Roofing. Give them a call, 812-360-4469. They will come and give you a free inspection and a transparent quote. You will be completely satisfied because the owner, Tony Pulliam, would not let it be anything less than your satisfaction. So look for them at 4goodreasons.com. The number 4, goodreasons.com. Or call them today. 812-360-4469. 4 Good Reasons Roofing, your local hometown roofing specialist.
Well, welcome back on National Wear Red Day for the American Heart Association. Actually, the whole month of February is Heart Disease Awareness Month, I guess. So, and I think originally, like, heart disease was really kind of more affected men more, but it is now becoming quite. The numbers are really climbing for women as well. But the interesting thing is that women, the signs, I guess, are different. And I think, for example, the signs of a heart attack in women are not as widely known as the ones that happen to men. Apparently, the signs are a little bit different, and women don't realize that they're having a heart attack, which is really interesting, which I did not know. So this says, and what website am I on? I'm not sure what the website is, but anyway, so signs of heart problem in women: nausea, chest pains, jaw, neck, upper back pains, pressure in lower chest, shortness of breath, fatigue, indigestion. Women usually experience less obvious signs, though, than men do. And then men are nausea, jaw, neck, back pain, pressure in chest, heartburn, shortness of breath, pain in arm or shoulder. So the women don't necessarily have the pain in the arm, which is what my dad had. I can remember maybe a couple weeks or a week or a two before my dad died of his heart attack. We were having rehearsal with the band, and I can remember him having complaining about like his right arm and neck kind of, and my dad was always in pain. My whole life, I never knew my dad to be pain-free. He just had always had arthritis and just, a lot of stuff. So it was not, he'd be doing this or whatever, and we just didn't think anything about it. Sure. And was what it was. Little did we know that this was coming, you know. Couldn't have known. But yeah, so I find that interesting, though, that the signs for a possible heart attack in men and women are so different. I didn't realize that.
My dad was real nauseous. He thought he had an upset stomach.
See, and Dad did too. That day, we had, and most of you know the story, but we were actually performing, and when Dad he died on stage. But just before our show, we were actually doing a fundraiser for a guy in the local community who had cancer. And it was a fundraiser for his cancer treatment. And so it was also a chili supper. And my dad had gone over to the other building to have a bite to eat before we performed, and he couldn't eat. He just kept saying his stomach was upset. Yeah. And that was right before the show. But so he kind of had those signs as well. Mm-hmm. Wow. So now your dad has had 3 heart attacks?
That's right. He has, and I was with him on the first one. Todd was with him on the second one, and he was at home on the third one. And
now, did the third one when he was alone? Was he alone?
No, Mom was with him.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
all right.
Was with him. So, So I mean, he's like the Duracell bunny. He just Captain Comeback. He just
right. What were his signs or symptoms?
Chest pains, horrible.
Oh, his were just
horrible
the straight on chest pains.
Yep. And I say horrible. It didn't start horrible.
Right.
It was. What is going on? What? And I remember because I don't know if you remember, his office was right next to mine at the Post for a long time, which was really cool for me. But we came back from lunch, and he walks back over to my office, and it's like, Kurt, I don't, something's going on here, and I was like.
Now, that was his first one. Okay.
Yeah. And I said, okay, well, let's go check it out. And thank goodness, because by the time we got to the hospital, he was in full gear with that heart attack.
Really?
So, yeah.
Now, so what did they do there? Did they have to do a stent?
Yes. So I think they did a stent, and then, everything that followed with that, blood thinners and all that. And then the second one was same thing. And then, gosh, it's hard to keep track of them. But yeah, They know what they're doing. I mean, if you get to the hospital in time, they can figure it out.
Wasn't one of his? Wasn't he driving also and pulled over and he kind of knew something was coming on, or what happened?
Again, right after lunch, and Todd was with him. And he was in the parking lot of where they had eaten, and called Todd, who had just left him. And
I see.
Todd came back, and by the time Todd got back there, he had passed out.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it was.
Thank goodness he had enough time to call Todd.
Exactly. I mean, huge. Had to smash the window in to get to him. So yeah, it was that bad. So again, but he made the call, got the ambulance there, got to the hospital, and they figured it out again. So but it's just something you've got to pay attention to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so glad that there's this awareness.
Right.
For sure.
Absolutely. You don't want to lose anybody.
No.
This, so.
Right. I mean, it's not a bad idea to know what your target heart rate is, too, and get a blood pressure cuff at home and check it, especially if it runs in your family, like obviously ours did. Now, have you had just a friend?
I had a real good friend, Picture of Health, ran Boston Marathon a couple times.
Wow. Really?
He was training people up in Indianapolis for the mini up there.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped over, just dead. Just busted his head open. He was gone.
What? How old was he?
Probably not even 50 years old.
Good.
Wow. Not even 50. It just, broke your heart.
Oh, wow.
Mercy.
Yeah, it was.
That's a tough one.
It was. You get that phone call.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And now, had your dad had any other or previous heart attacks? It was just one and done?
Yep.
Yeah, and so
he never really had any problems at all with his health that was significant. Yeah.
So he wasn't being treated even for like hypertension or
not that I'm aware of.
Nothing.
Yeah, he was out building fence that morning and came in, said he wasn't feeling very well, and Mom asked him if he wanted an ambulance because she doesn't like to drive, and he's no, I don't want an ambulance, and so the neighbor came across and took him in on the way to the hospital. He fell over just like Bill said.
So he didn't actually die at the fence row.
No.
But it wasn't feeling well.
Correct.
And went in, and so their neighbor was taking him in, and so he passed away in the vehicle on the way there.
Yep.
Oh.
She's told us everything about it, the detail. He actually saw my younger brother Aaron going to pick up Mom, and he said, "There goes Aaron." He was of sound mind to the very last second. So, that way it was a blessing for him, but it just total surprise.
Didn't see
no
wasn't treated or nothing.
Yeah.
Now see, Dad had been treated. He was on medication for high blood pressure. He had AFib. I mean, he'd had some issues for a while. Had not too long before, maybe a few years, had been diagnosed with diabetes, which is hard. It kind of goes hand in hand. It can cause heart disease,
right?
Plaque and all that stuff. But Dad's had what they call a widowmaker. It just was so complete, and just his heart it blocked and seized up, and there was no, no way to have brought him back or stopped it or whatever. But and I had years ago. I think you knew Tony Pearson.
Yes.
He played bass guitar for me for years. We always called him Papaw. But Tony played bass for me for years, and he died, and he was only, I think, 40. And I think he had just turned 40, and had him and Janet had 4 kids, and Janet was actually away at school, and he was home with the 4 kids and had little ones, and died of a heart attack right there in the home, and the kids were there with him, and even then he was 40 years old, and the doctors then said that was whoever his doctor was or whoever had checked him, the autopsy or whatever, said it was the most damage and the worst heart attack they'd had seen to that point.
Mercy.
His was at like 40 years old.
Mercy.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, I know that you've said it before. Your dad died doing
what he loved.
And he also said that he never wanted to be a burden on the family.
Yes.
So he got to go. Your dad.
Oh,
same thing.
And the greatest thing in hindsight, at the time it was devastating.
Yeah.
Now I can smile about it, and
Sure.
and it's wonderful that he got to go. We should all be as lucky to go as Ralph and my dad did. You're just gone. But and now I can laugh about this. His dad didn't go out singing background vocals for me. He went out singing lead. He was singing "I Hear That Train a Coming," Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash.
Oh, nice.
And he was in the guitar. It was during the guitar break. And when he actually, so it wasn't like he stopped singing. He waited till the guitar break and then went. Wow. But and then we buried him by the railroad track at the cemetery that he's buried. Yep. So we felt like, and that was my brother Randy's idea. Because they didn't have burial plots, mom and dad didn't, and so my brother Randy was like, we'll take the one closest to because he was singing Folsom Prison Blues, right? I hear that train a coming.
Right.
And the cool thing is from my house, I can hear the train that goes through there. It's the one that goes out toward Unionville. Yeah. And we always call it Dad's train. I can hear Dad's train. So I can hear the whistle. Super. Yeah. So
that's super.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
so
really interesting.
Get checked up.
Yes.
Right. At least once a year, right? A physical, something, have a doctor look at
Especially
you.
when you're our age.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
Yeah, exactly.
That point.
Yeah, you guys are. You guys need to be very careful with all that. I mean,
we almost caught Kurt.
Yeah, we're almost there. I mean, your hair is more white than ours is, so I'm pretty sure you're older than us.
I color it that way.
Oh, sure.
Anyway, but
sure.
But the hospital,
nice choice.
I think they have those screens, right? That you can actually go in and have a screen done.
Yeah.
And it looks at everything, your arteries, everything. In the back,
I just had
everything.
that.
Right.
An echogram, I think they call it.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's like $100 or something like that. I mean, it's very affordable.
Most insurance will pay for it.
Yeah, yeah. So we encourage everybody to get that done. At least see a doctor.
It's a good
once
idea.
a year.
It's very, like you said, inexpensive, and it's
and a lot of times
preventative.
you can take a baby aspirin a day, just to keep.
I do that.
Yeah. So I mean, I do too.
Yeah.
And so does Perry.
Yeah.
So I mean, that can just help. Just little things like that. It doesn't have to be anything major, but definitely get checked out and stay on top of it. And Perry's on blood pressure medication now, which he probably should have been a long time ago. And a lot of people think that he has high blood pressure because of me. I'm going to say no.
I'm not making the connection there.
But I'm just glad that he's. I mean, I can remember when we started dating.
Yeah.
Back then, his mom was worried about his high blood. He's had high blood pressure since he was a young man.
Wow.
Yeah. But Perry runs at high speed all the time. Like he's just wired for sound.
We got to get that boy to relax a little.
I know. It's hard to. I mean, he won't even go on.
No.
If I book a vacation, he'll go, but he never takes time off from work.
Oh.
He's constantly
That's probably one of the symptoms. You should look at that.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
You should look at that.
I am glad that he's being treated for that, though.
I
We'd be lost without it.
I did see a picture of him over the holidays. He looked pretty relaxed in those pajamas you got him.
Yes.
He did.
Weren't those
he
good?
really looked relaxed in
I'll
those.
have to show Mike and Carter that picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I bought
should.
Perry a full pair of men's pajamas with my dog's face all over them because he hates my dog. He hates my dog, and so I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, right.
I mean, and he put them on and he wears them, and which me and the boys are dying over this.
He really looked happy.
Yeah, he's
He
very,
really looked
very,
happy.
very.
It kind of went from a
relaxed
hate thing to this ain't too bad.
Yeah, this ain't bad. At least they're comfortable, and he gets to sit on her.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So good stuff. No, do take care of your heart.
Please.
And get your checkups and stuff. And remember that the whole month of February is American Heart Association Awareness Month, and share that news with all your family and friends, and we will hopefully can make a difference.
Yeah, they might catch something.
That's right.
That you never knew before. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, God bless you. Thanks so much for joining us here at the 70X7 studio. Again, Mike, Carter, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for joining us. And if it's God's will, we'll see you back in here next week at the General Store.